Hey there, this is Dave Lemieux, Creative Director of At the Table with Dr. King. And this year's tour, 2016, took us from coast to coast in the United States. And as you can see here, we had a chance to visit Washington, D.C. Actually had a private tour of the National Cathedral from Bruce Boyd, longtime tour guide, and he just did a fabulous job, and we learned quite a bit. And the reason we went to the cathedral in the first place is because across the street from the cathedral, there's actually a school. We had a chance to do 3 separate assemblies for the students there.
So upper school, middle school, and lower school, I think will have their respective chapels in there, and then we'll all meet once a week for cathedral.
Then it was off to Sidwell Friends School, where President Obama sends his daughters, and there's also students there that are children of senators and representatives from all over the U.S. Shortly after that show, the blizzard started to move in, the blizzard of 2016, and really messed with our schedule, as you can see there. We had schools that delayed their opening, and we had a school cancel, but we were able to squeeze in the Madeira School right there. That's a fabulous theater, and they just did a wonderful job hosting. Eventually, we were able to get on a plane after a 3-day delay, and we made it back to Colorado, where we had multiple schools scheduled. We were able to visit Valor Christian High School, wonderful school in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Students were really involved. Very exciting day for us. Then we headed down to Colorado Springs to the U.S. Air Force Academy. There's a Air Academy High School on base there. As always, in our hometown here, so many schools signed up to have us, and we just had a wonderful time visiting all these schools. We want to say a big thank you to all the principals out there that brought us in. Then it was off to the West Coast. This was a setup day. I think it was January 28th, and this was a school we hadn't been to before, the Menlo School in Atherton. And what a day that was. They just did a great job all the way around hosting this event. We were able to play with some musicians that we hadn't played much with before, and they did an amazing job. And then it was off to Southern California, to Calabasas, this school here. And we involved some students, as you can see. They got up and just did some jazz improvisation with us.
Today we're glad to be hosting the At the Table group from Denver. The group will perform At the Table with Dr. King, a multimedia presentation celebrating the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. This show, which is amazing, has toured the U.S., India, and Dubai since 2008, issuing this direct challenge to over 150,000 students to listen for and respond to the unique call to serve others. Now, you know, Dr. King lived through a troubling time in the history of the U.S. and rose above circumstance to become a great world figure. But before his rise to leadership, before his famous I Have a Dream speech, before he was voted Time Magazine's Man of the Year, before winning the Nobel Peace Prize, he was alone one night at his kitchen table, ready to abandon his social responsibility. And then came the call. So, students, please welcome the At the Table group performing At the Table with Dr. King.
I think my favorite show so far this year was that last one there, Westmont College. That was my alma mater. Santa Barbara, California. It's where I met my wife, where I got my music degree, and it's good to go back to where you've come from sometimes and remember what it felt like to be called.